Welcome back to NRP, guys. Today we have this G42 M240i in getting a catted downpipe installed today. So in today's video, we're not really going to be showing you too much about how to install it. We're going to try our best to show you because it is kind of dark down there. But we'll try our best to show you, and then also we're going to get you guys some before and after sound clips of how it sounds. Again, these cars do have the B58 motor in them, so they actually do sound pretty good. So I'm excited to hear how that's going to sound. So here is the active Autowerke catted downpipe. Check it out. Here it is in its glory. Quick walk around on the car. This is a 2023 G42. Obviously it is the M240, so it has the M Sport package. So everything you'd see on an M Sport is what you see here with the M door sills, the little M stripe right here on the speaker. Check out the dual screen, just like Max and Eric have on their G80s. iDrive 8, if you will. This car's only got 3,400 miles on it. I believe this is the Brooklyn gray color. It's interesting to see how the M240s come with black grills, where the M Sport package 230 that we did last week came with the chrome grills when we installed the carbon on it. But this looks much better. So the first step is obviously to take the engine cover off, and then you just go ahead and remove the O2 sensor connectors right there. And then there's a couple of clips holding it on. You just have to unclip it all, so then when you actually disconnect the original catalytic converters, it'll just come down with it. You have to make sure you unclip all of them because you don't want to be tugging on it, and then next thing you know, you're stuck. So once you get under the car, it's just a matter of trying to just figure out and just looking at what you need to actually take off to get better access to the downpipe. What would you say you need to take off?
So you gotta have this, I think this is a 13 or maybe a 15, and you're gonna have this 13 to lower the midsection down. That should be all you really need to do. Sometimes in the past I've removed this crossbar just to give the exhaust a little bit more motion, but just removing this should be all you need. Then you're gonna have the two 13mm nuts that hold the downpipe onto this bracket, and the brand new downpipe also comes with location for those as well.
And if you guys can't tell, it's right here.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this clamp right here, spread it out a little bit so the downpipe can move a little bit. Then I'm gonna undo this 13, and then I'll proceed by undoing these 13s up in here, and then I'll tackle the downpipe connection on the turbo right there.
Those things are pretty annoying to get off, especially if you're working on a hot car. So best wishes to you, man.
Thanks. So I got a fan up top trying to cool it down, but I got a set of hot gloves for this. There's this little tab right here. You're gonna wanna bend that back because that's gonna prevent the bracket from coming off the downpipe bracket. So you'll just bend that up a little bit to get it released, and you should be good from there.
You think you can do it right now on camera?
I don't know if this pick is strong enough. And I'll have to use something stronger, but
that's pretty much what you have to do, what he just tried to do.
Yeah.
Just bend that back. All right, guys, so Chris is about to have the downpipe out any second. He's got this part disconnected. He's got the two 13mm up there that are really hard to reach, and also show you guys right there. My camera's struggling to focus on it. He's got those out as well.
The toughest part is just getting it over that tab I explained earlier. And then we rotate, avoid damaging the O2 sensors.
And she's out.
It's hot.
Careful. I can get a better look for you guys now for that tab Chris was talking about earlier. If you look, it's right there. That's the tab you gotta bend back so it allows you to pull it out. Here's a quick shot of the stock catted downpipe, and then the high flow downpipe from Active. Looks like Active's product is pretty nice. It's probably gonna fit very good too. One of these is super clutch.
It can slip down in the wiring, not damage anything.
Like so.
Yeah, this one's a little tricky because it's got heat shielding.
Alright, I'll give you your space so I don't get elbowed. Nice.
Don't forget to install the provided gasket. Not every downpipe comes with this, but you can always transfer over the old one if you're careful at getting it out. That just slips right in there.
So with this catted downpipe, I wanted to point out, it shouldn't throw a check engine light, so you shouldn't need a tune, but say it does, then you're probably just gonna need a tune. Obviously we're gonna help and share the experience we have with this. We're gonna put it in and tell you if it throws a check engine light or not, but more than likely it shouldn't because it has a cat, but we'll only know once it's on there. All right, so Chris just got the O2s tightened. Now it's just a matter of putting the downpipe back in place. All right, here goes nothing. We're gonna let Chris work this in. Once he gets it in, I'm sure he'll have some insight to give us on tips to get it in easier. So we're just gonna let him do that and give him a bit. Damn, dude, that looks like you're already in there. Nice.
I went in one way. I was trying to go in with the bracket facing this way, but I went in the bracket facing the way it came out and was angled this way, and it just shimmied right up in there.
It's already lined up with the two 13mm bolts.
Yeah.
It looks like it's ready to go with the V-band clamp. You just got to adjust a little bit more, and then that's pretty much it. And rate the fitment 1 to 10 from
well, so far I'd say 10 out of 10. This is really nice.
All right, guys. So Chris got those two 13mm tightened. The 13mm right here. Don't forget that one either. And the V-band clamp, I believe, is also tightened now. So it's just a matter of connecting the O2 sensors from up top. Do not forget that, because if you don't do that, not only will your car run like crap, you will also have a check engine light. So make sure you do that before you start the car up. And then that's pretty much concludes what needs to be done for the installation process. Then we're gonna go ahead and get you guys some sound clips. And we got the top clips clipped up. Don't forget the clips that guide the wires. You don't want those dangling. Just make sure you clip those in as well. And then the engine cover goes back on. And now's the fun part. Before you guys say anything, before we rev the car, the customer is currently in the waiting room, and we got his permission to rev the car up for the befores and the afters. Just thought I'd point that out. Alright guys, so that was the before and afters. Hopefully you guys think it sounds good, and hopefully the microphone does it justice. B58 is a pretty good sounding engine to begin with, so I already knew once we put these downpipes in that it wasn't going to sound bad, or downpipe in, it wasn't going to sound bad at all. Another nice thing to see so far, we don't know entirely yet, is there's no check engine light or anything like that. So again, if you're running one of these downpipes with a high flow cat, you can have a check engine light. It's not confirmed. It's not guaranteed you won't, but it's not guaranteed you will. If you do, you're just gonna have to run it tuned, so then it just basically helps the O2s understand that it's not that big of a deal. But now Chris is gonna lift the car up and check for exhaust leaks, and then that'll pretty much conclude today's video.
There's no leaks, fitment 10 out of 10. You see it smoking just a little bit from my handprints on it. That'll burn off, but this thing fits great. It sounds amazing.
Damn, shout out Active Autowerke. All right, well, you guys got the conclusion. We have no exhaust leaks or anything like that, so if you guys are interested in buying this Active Autowerke catted downpipe, you can hit us up on Instagram. We can order one for you, or if you want, you can check out the link down below in the description if you are interested in getting one. So this is a pretty cool mod because it is relatively cheap. You get some more power out of your B58 because it's not as restrictive. It's not insanely hard to do, as you just saw. Granted, we have a lift and stuff, but even if you don't, it's not too bad, because there's definitely some cars that you literally have to lower the front subframe on to do a downpipe. And it sounds great, fits great. I can't say anything bad about it. And the biggest and the best part of this is that you're still emissions compliant for most states. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more G42 content, but that concludes today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.